Hello, everybody. It's that time of the year again. Time when the Browns will bring us never-ending joy and happiness every Sunday as they make the city proud and compete with very wise front office, a great new coaching staff that was so good that the Ravens didn't even want to give him an interview, and a quarterback that is universally beloved in Cleveland. Of course, everything is the opposite. The only positive sign here is that two of my boys play every Sunday afternoon, so the amount of this I'll actually force myself to watch will be much, much lower than normal years. But last year I did pick the record perfectly, which is not hard to do. A blind caveman would have known that they were going to be terrible. They do have some... they did have a very good draft last year. The rookies they drafted at wide receiver this year, people are very high on. Just don't know if that's going to matter when the quarterback is throwing balls in the dirt 5 yards in front of them or 20 yards over their head. Be that as it may, let's go through the schedule and make our picks. So we actually start off 2 weeks in a row in Florida, at Jacksonville and at Tampa Bay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say 0-2 there, unfortunately. Those are two pretty decent teams. Both fight for the playoffs, and both on the road. Very hot weather. So that's going to create an ugly scene when we come home. The fans were already booing Deshaun in a preseason game, and he took issue with it. Lot of love lost on either side of that equation, but the good news is they have a relatively not too tough opponent in the Carolina Panthers, so I'm going to give them a win in the home opener. Then we play the Steelers. Because I'm an idiot, I'm going to call that a win. So we're going to say the Browns are 2-2. Then they're at the Jets and home for Baltimore. There's no way we're going to be over 500, although this schedule doesn't look so bad. So I'm going to say we win one and lose one. So 3-3. Then 3 straight road games, at Tennessee, at Pittsburgh, at New Orleans. I mean, those aren't the toughest road games in the world by any stretch, but we're also terrible. So I'm going to say win 1 and lose 2. So that puts us at 4-6, heading into a home battle with Houston in week 10. I'm going to say we lose that. So wait, 4-7. Am I doing terrible math? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many wins did I give us? All right, so 4-6. Then we're home for 3. I mean, looking at this schedule, it's not that bad. We're home for Vegas, home for Cincinnati, home for Atlanta. It's Kevin Stefanski rematch. I have us at 4-6. So let's say we win. We could beat Vegas, Cincinnati, or Atlanta. So I'm going to actually say we go 2-1 in that stretch. So now we're 6-7. We're at New York and at Baltimore. Really all depends on how good both of those teams are and how we're doing, but I'm going to say 2 losses, so that's 6-9. Home for Cincinnati, or home for the Colts, 7-9. And then at Cincinnati, that all depends if Joe Burrow's hurt, Joe Burrow's playing, are they playing for a playing spot or whatever. So I'm going to go 7-10. So actually, despite all the pessimism at the beginning of this video, the schedule is not that bad. And so I'm giving the Browns a predicted record of 7-10 this year, just good enough to miss out on all the good quarterbacks in the draft and continue our misery. Hope everybody's having a good week.